We can't talk about 2010 without talking about that Alabama game, Rock. We got to talk about that because that was really, again, and I think, maybe we're going to get to it just a second, but South Carolina beating Auburn this past weekend. Maybe that will serve as a game similar to where you're kind of starting to break through and turn the corner a bit. But for you guys, that win over Alabama in 2010, that was truly the turning the corner point where you really knew, okay, this program has arrived under Steve Spurrier. Just talk about that week leading up to that game as a whole, like that whole day. You have college game day, and man, from being on the team, like it's just different when you got game day in town. That the energy is just it's you feel it. I mean, I know you guys feel it. Just talk about that entire experience that day, beating number one Alabama, kind of doing the unthinkable, quote unquote, at least to the college football world. What was that like for you?
But man, as long as I played football, man, I've learned at South Carolina that confidence is everything. And the week leading up to that Alabama game, man, when I tell you, Coach Spurrier, Coach Elliott, they all did an excellent job of making us feel like, hey, these guys put their pants on just like y'all do. Like, I don't care nothing about the ranking. Like, look at this. Like, they showing us on film. Like, that, you mean to tell me you can't compete with that? And guys already got the chip on their shoulder because you like, dang, I ain't go to Alabama. I'm at South Carolina. So I want to show them why y'all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had some type of chip on your shoulder. And all that week, it was Trent Richardson, Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, Mark Ingram. We got so sick of hearing about what Alabama gonna do, Julio Jones this. And man, it literally, Thursday, it was already in everybody's head, like, bro, we finna go win this game. We finna go win this game,
Yeah,
man.
not just win. Y'all smacked them. Y'all
Yeah,
smacked.
yeah.
One game I want to talk about specifically, again, we could spend the entire show just talking about that 2010 season and what happened. But the game that kind of, I don't know, that it just stands out to me the way the offensive line played is the Florida game that clinched it to go to Atlanta to clinch the SEC East. Because like the image of that game I never forget is the run that Marcus had up the middle. It was one of his touchdowns, and he gets stood up at like the 5-yard line, and you just see the convoy of offensive linemen come and shove him in the end zone. You just talk about that game again, doing what South Carolina still has never done since then. I mean, you were part of that team that clinched the berth to Atlanta to go to the SEC championship. Doing something that had never been done at South Carolina. I know it was probably special for you in the moment, but looking back and again being able to talk about it, like what does that mean to you now?
Man, that means everything. It means the world to me, man. Just coming from where I came from, man, JUCO ball and not seeing nobody in the fans, and then actually go the plus side of it was actually going into Florida and winning it. Like,
Yeah.
this is like rated one of the toughest places to play. And then for the game that started off the way it did with the kick return and guys thinking it's out of it, and then we come right back down and smack them in their mouth. And then the play with Marcus where we kind of convoyed him into the end zone. That just go back to, like I said, our coaches having us prepared. Coach Elliott literally all year told us that moment was coming, where we used to be mad, like, man, we got to run out to practice because we ain't running to the football or we ain't in the camera. And literally that moment came where it was time to show that, and now we see why it paid off. So those moments right there, man, you can't replace those. You can't replace them at all.